Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome to Crusader Kings 3. I'm so excited for you guys to come along on my journey as Alfred the Great as I try and repel the Norse invasion and send them back packing to Scandinavia once and for all, hopefully forming the Kingdom of England and then finally the Empire of Britannia. Oh baby, I'm so looking forward to doing this campaign. I've been playing the game for about a month now and I've been having so much fun with it, so the fact that I can now finally go ahead and bring you guys some gameplay is absolutely awesome. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to this, and if you are, make sure you drop a like and a comment down below. It really helps out the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and that you are ready to watch this campaign because it's going to be a crazy one. And as I said, we're playing as Alfred the Great, should be a ton of fun. If you are looking to pick up Crusader Kings 3, make sure you check out my Games Planet link down below in the description. You can pick the game up for 15% off if you use my code. Games Planet work directly with developers, so by buying on their website, you're still supporting the developers. Nothing shady going on whatsoever, and you also help support the channel as well. So it's a really great way to give back to the channel if you are enjoying the videos. And you obviously gain yourself a pretty juicy game. And as I said, I've played about 40 hours of the game so far, and I'm having a ton of fun still. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. But obviously watch more gameplay before you do make your decision. So let's go ahead and start a brand new game. As I said, we'll be starting in the 867 start date. The Vikings are ravaging England, and Alfred hopefully will rise to power. Alfred has a very interesting start in CK3. Because obviously he's not the king of Wessex yet. His brother is still the king. He hasn't died yet in battle, and he might never die in battle. He might end up remaining in control of Wessex, and we'll actually have to end up fighting him for power of the land, which is going to be going to make this story very interesting. As well as that, we've got Vikings constantly trying to take over every bit of land we have, and as well as that, the French are still rising to power and doing some pretty crazy stuff. They've got very powerful alliances with the Carling dynasty, so yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and turn on if I can. Actually, can I turn off? Yeah, we'll enable Iron Man so we can get some achievements in this campaign, because I will be going for 100% achievements on this game as well. I want to go and get every single one, which should be a ton of fun. So yeah, we're playing as Alfred. Let's just dive into the game, and I can kind of start to run through a little bit about what the game is all about. I'm going to try and approach the game kind of slowly. Obviously, I've played the game for about 40 hours now, so I have a good idea about how everything works in the game. Obviously, you guys don't, but I will say this: the new UI system they've got going in the game is literally the highest tier standard for any grand strategy game. Their Wikipedia is absolutely amazing. Like, you can just hover over this, hover over this, hover over, let it kind of lock quickly. It takes a second or two for it to lock, and then you can go over this and let that lock, and then go over this, and you can basically just read all these tooltips, which are absolutely amazing, and it made me learn the game so much faster. And that's why I would definitely recommend this game to anyone who necessarily has never played Crusader Kings 2, but you're like, oh, CK3 looks good, but it's a Paradox game, so it's probably pretty complicated. These tooltips make learning the game an absolute breeze. It really does. So we start off in control of Dorset, the glorious lands of Dorset and Somerset. Yar. And yeah, we have some nice settlements to begin with. We have Warren, which doesn't have any buildings at the moment, completely empty, a blank canvas. However, it is in the plains, so we get some nice movement speed and combat width in there. So if we ever do end up fighting anyone, this will be really nice. And then we also have Somerset, which is wetlands. That gives us some extra buildings and also gives us some pretty decent abilities if we're trying to crush an enemy army or something. But that's a little bit complicated. We won't worry too much about that. So we have Alfred. He is Alfred, not yet the Great, but hopefully soon to be the Great, and he's absolutely amazing. He is an insane character, probably the best character we're ever gonna get in this campaign. He is honest, he's just, he's gregarious, he's diligent, he's a brilliant strategist, flexible leader, and I think this flexible leader is actually random every time, but it's still really good getting flexible leader, because it means we can nullify the enemy's advantages. And we also have intelligent, and this is a trait that will pass down to my children if I get lucky, and it can go up and down. So some children, instead of intelligent, will be genius, and some will be quick. It's kind of like levels to the trait itself. But yeah, Alfred's just absolutely amazing. So we're going to really have to try and build a dynasty in his lifetime, because obviously when he dies, and if we have an awful son or an awful heir, that's going to really affect us in the future. So we have some notifications up the top. These are obviously just hinting at us what to do. So I want us to go ahead and choose a lifestyle. This is basically kind of like way of life. You basically choose a focus for your character, who you want to like study into becoming a better commander, a better steward, a better diplomat, you know, and so on and so on. Because we did take a martial education, if we take a look at it, you can see we took a martial education. We're a brilliant strategist, and because we're like the best education trait you can get, because you can get 4 of these, you can get multiple of them, we actually end up learning military traits really fast, which is absolutely amazing. You also have a few choices as well in this tree that you can pick. Whatever one you pick here doesn't affect what tree you can go down. They do just go ahead and give you certain bonuses. So if you just want like a big boost to your martial, obviously strategy focus is really good. If you want more of a bonus to your dread gain and control, again, we'll get onto what that does later on. Or if you want kind of prowess, which is your ability at like fighting in duels and stuff, and knightly battles, which is pretty important, being more attractive and having a better advantage of your knights in battle. Again, we'll get onto more of that stuff later on. Obviously chivalry focus is great, and I love chivalry focus. It's really useful, and I think it kind of suits Alfred. You know, he is bringing just rule, hopefully, to the British Isles. In each of these trees, there's 3 trees in every single way of life section: intrigue, learning, stewardship, and diplomats. And they each give you kind of a path you go down, and then once you finally reach the end of the path, you'll gain like a really good trait which will help you out, and you can complete multiple of these in your campaign. So you can kind of take in, you know, if you've got a really good character, you can probably complete like 3 or maybe even 4 of these tech trees as well at any given time, or in one lifetime. It's very unlikely you'll ever get, you know, more than that. Generally, if you get like a mediocre character, he'll probably complete like 2 if he lives a long while, which is absolutely fine. So if we completed that, the game also is suggesting us to recruit some more knights. We can declare war. We've got a CB against an enemy. We can inherit some titles. Obviously, we're first in line for basically the whole of Wessex, which is nice. We can negotiate an alliance with our brother. I'm not sure if we want to do this, because again, I might want to try and take him over, because if he has a child or something, obviously, if we take a look at him, you know, he's 27, his wife's 36, so chances are she will not be of childbearing age for much longer. So we could just wait him out. I don't know. We're not going to make an alliance quite yet, but you can just make alliances with your dynasty members. Obviously, other alliances require marriages, but with dynasty members, you can just pick that up. So we take a look at our vassals really quickly. We only have 2 vassals, no one of real importance, and they both like us. At the moment, we don't really have to worry too much about that. Take a look at our council. We can assign our wife to go ahead and give us a boost to one of our stats. We can do manage domain, which will give us stewardship, or court politics. Generally, I like to do maybe court politics when we've got a bigger realm, but we just don't have one. I think going managed domain is going to be best, because that's just going to help us out, give us more stewardship, give us more money, and yeah, you can see we're already up to 25 right now, which is absolutely amazing. The rest of our council, if we take a look, we can fabricate some claims. Not going to quite do that yet, but our bishop can fabricate claims, and it's just kind of like a slowly building up thing, and then you eventually get one over a period of time. It's not like, oh, I'm going to have to wait, you know, until it randomly happens like in CK2, which is much better. You can obviously also improve relations with the Pope, which is great, and also give you more piety. It's great because you can ask the Pope for money. Down here in diplomacy, you can kind of do foreign affairs. He'll just passively increase the relationship with the surrounding, you know, kind of lords and ladies. And then you also have domestic, which is internally. Over here, we can collect taxes, which will give us a bigger boost to our income, and we can also increase development again. Not something we really have to worry about too much quite yet. Our marshal can organize the levies, so give us a quicker replenishment of our men. We can also train commanders as well, which again, something we'll get onto a little bit later. And our, you know, the spy master can do spy master things. So I don't think there's much else we actually need to do quite yet. We can just go ahead and click play. We'll play on 2 speed at the beginning of the game. We are currently in some wars to begin with. Well, our liege is in some wars. You can see it's got a blue background because that's what our liege is in. And you can also see my brother going ahead and giving off plenty of titles to the surrounding lords. He obviously held way too many titles at the beginning, so he went ahead and just created a bunch more counts, which you can quite nicely see. And I do like the way that Crusader Kings 3 does approach kind of the graphic. When you zoom out, it does just go to Wessex, and you can see that. Oh yeah, you can also see the awesome map as well. Map's absolutely huge. Sorry, I was very zoomed in there at the beginning, but yeah, you can see that the map is absolutely huge. There's loads more of Africa. You've got more of kind of the northern areas up here, which is very cool. And obviously the glorious Byzantines as well, looking absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see what they can do. You got obviously all the Carlings as well. Gonna be super scary. Generally, in this start date from my playthroughs, I've definitely seen that the you know, basically Europe becomes an absolute mess because of all the inheritance and stuff between the Carlings. Yeah, this kind of blob becomes very messy, but France is generally held on, and I've always seen the Byzantines do absolutely amazing in these campaigns, so we'll have to see if that does continue. I mean, that's half the fun, right? Seeing kingdoms rise and fall. We've got an empty councillor position. That's a shame, and we don't really have many people to assign. We could recruit someone to court, but that's a lot of money, and money we don't have right now. So I guess I will just, I don't really want to recruit anyone. Yeah, because we're such a small county at the moment, it's a bit unfortunate. It really is. So I'm going to immediately start to fabricate a claim. I guess we're just going to have to roll without a steward for now. Well, actually, one thing we could do is we could go over to the military tab, which again, we'll get onto this stuff a little bit later on. We could go ahead. We do need more knights. Knights are basically like commanders in your army. They can be from different vassals and counts and stuff like that. And they basically just train the men. They improve the quality of your forces. They fight in battle. You'll see them fighting in battle and killing enemy knights and, you know, taking down enemy formations and stuff. They're kind of cool. And it's good to have ones with very high prowess. Prowess, as I said earlier, that's kind of the chivalry trait we picked up. You know, that does give us prowess and makes us basically a better fighter. We can also invite knights. Luckily, this does only cost us prestige, and we don't really care too much about prestige. We don't have a lot of money, making 2 gold a month, which is not a lot, but we'll spend that to try and recruit some lords to our favor. I'm also hoping as well we will be able to recruit, or at least get the Pope on side to gain ourselves some money. But the wars we're currently in are the Sons of Lothbroc's invasion of East Anglia, so we're trying to take this bit of territory. You can, it's kind of quite nice as well, seeing what you're at war with immediately. You can see what the war target's for. You can see who's on your side and who's on the enemy side. But this has been my Liege's War. I don't think I'm involved in it. Yeah, I'm not involved in it, so it's just my Liege's War. I can offer to join it if I want to. But I'm not going to. And then again, you also have the Sons of Lothbroc invasion of Northumbria as well, so Northumbria is probably going to lose. Generally, you can see how many men each side has. They have 6,000 men, we have 2,000. Our men are of much higher quality, and that's going to be down to the knights, probably. But their men, you know, yeah, they only have 6 champions / knights. We have, what, 19 in our army, so yeah, our quality is much higher than theirs. But again, they'll probably win just with the sheer weight of numbers. I've never not seen them win. Oh, nice. So we've got a knight arriving. There's kind of a lot of notifications do pop up down here, which is very nice. So let's go ahead and see what he is made of. 19. That's absolutely amazing. It costs us 40 gold. But that's very, very good prowess. And he has good good stewardship as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab that up. We can recruit him to our court. And as I said, we'll go ahead and give him the position. Right there. So that's going to, look at that, immediately the quality of our force has gone up to elite. He's arrived and really boosted that up, which is nice. We currently also have our priest just basically gaining us some claims on Devon. Cornwall is not part of Wessex at this point. If you zoom all the way out, it's its own independent kingdom. So that's something we're going to have to focus on pretty quickly. You know, trying to just get this territory in my realm, because it's a pretty easy bit of territory to actually gain, because they're not really allied with anyone. We also need to have some children as well, which would be great. How's our wife looking? Yeah, she's really good as well. She's diligent, generous, and compassionate, which is very nice. And one of the great things you can see right here, we have the honest trait, and it's kind of got a green background. That's because if we go to the Catholicism tab, you can see it's a virtue of Catholicism. Which is a great bonus because it gives us great relationships with all Catholic members. If you have any of these traits, you get kind of just anyone who's Catholic will just like you a bit more. And obviously, if you have any of the negative events, any of the sins, Catholic members will just dislike you because of that. It's not like anything huge. It's only like a 10% opinion modifier. But it really adds up. It does add up, and you can definitely push forward and, yeah, and get some real good bonuses with that. I am pretty tempted to rally my men and send them forward, but I don't think I'm going to. We have another knight, or is this the same knight? This is a new knight, right? His 13 prowess, I don't think we can invite him. Oh, 10. Oh, yeah, he's super cheap as well. So what we can do, being raided by Vikings. I think it's just the Kingdom of Wessex is being raided, which is absolutely fine. What we can do is, we've now got him involved as well, right? Yeah, so now perfect. We've got a full set of knights. So our army is going to be fighting very effectively. If we take a look at how many men, they have 500 men. So they do actually outnumber us a little bit. That's something we're going to have to worry about if we can help it. Shouldn't be too difficult, though. We also need to try and gather some money as well. We really do. Hopefully we can ask the Pope for some cash soon. How far off are we? Oh, no, we're not going to be getting a good relationship with him for a little while. Here's Popey Boy. And we can't ask him for gold because we don't have enough piety. But we will soon. We're gaining enough piety, so hopefully we will, we'll hit that, because we basically need the 100 or so gold we can get from the Pope to kind of really press this claim on the county of Devon, and really start to push down and expand our powers, because we can also fight internally into Wessex, but we kind of need Wessex to stay strong to prevent the invaders from really going hard. And here we go, the claim has been passed. We can see it done. We spend 75 gold, and the enemy of Devon will hate us, but who cares about that really? So we'll see it done. We'll go into debt, but that's absolutely fine. We will now immediately put our dude, he's already back to making the Pope like us and giving us more prestige. Oh, can we ask the Pope for more money now? Yeah, we can. We can also head of faith for 100 gold. That'll get us out of boom. Asking the Pope for money does give you, obviously, take away all your piety, which can be very useful at declaring holy wars, and you also lose opinion with the Pope as well. But nothing that we're going to have to worry about whatsoever. Did we lose a war for East Anglia? No, we lost the war for Northumbria, which is super scary because, the Jarl up there has over 5,000 men. Us down here in Wessex has 1,000. Mercia has 1,000. So, yeah, the sooner we do expand our domain, the better it will be. So, is my brother... My brother is still fighting, right? Yeah, he's still in this war, and he's not looking great. Ideally, I kind of want my brother to be out of this war, so that I can get him into an alliance and then basically take on Devon, because their castles won't be super easy to take. They'll have a decent garrison, obviously. Only 250 men, but obviously with the rest of his soldiers as well. 400 men, we'd have to kill that and then push on as well. We can also look to build upgrades from our settlements. So in Crusader Kings 3, you have a handful of domains that you can build upon. If you click right here, you can see all the domains in your kingdom. Also, we just became King of Wessex, did we? Our brother died. Huzzah. I mean, boom, just like that, we are now the King of Wessex, which is not bad. What did he die of? Did he die in battle? He died of his wounds. So, yeah, he died in battle. Historically, I love to see it. So, just like that, we are now the King of Wessex. That hasn't always happened. I've played this campaign a couple times, and, multiple times... I've had to overthrow my brother, so I'm happy that we do actually get to command that. The question is, what do we look to do? What do we look to do now that we are the king? I mean, this war is lost, right? We're going to give the Sons of Lothbrok, we're going to surrender this war because it's basically lost, or we can't. All right, well, either way, I'm going to save my men. Yeah, he just lost that battle right there. So all of a sudden, we have a ton more things thrust into my face, which we're going to have to look through. I will quickly just go through, though. So domains are split up. You have several domains. Some counties are going to be bigger than others. For example, Middlesex has 6 different domain settlements you can build on. You can build castles, you can build churches, you can build cities, and obviously each of them kind of do what they say on the tin. Churches give you more piety, cities give you more money, castles are fortifications that will help protect the county and give you more men. Down here, though, in Warham, we do have a castle set up, and we could build some buildings. Obviously, they're kind of expensive, but we could easily pick up some buildings that will give us more men. Luckily, we don't really need that now. We can take care of Cornwall pretty efficiently, honestly. So we have an available perk. We have leveled up our martial ability. Obviously, over time, we gain 40 martial experience every month, and that goes up. That's mainly because of our amazing skills. So I'm probably going to go down the chival dominance. That will make our knights really effective, and in tow, making our forces really effective. Boosting our quality, which will allow us to defeat the more numerous barbarians. We've got too many settlements, which is fine, and we also have marshals to give out. So this is where things are going to become a little bit more interesting, because we're going to have to try and make sure all our lords are happy in the realm. So a lot of your higher vassals, a lot of your powerful vassals will want to have a seat on the council. And as you can see, they get a big debuff to opinions if they're not on the council. So you can imagine when you've got kings or dukes and you've got at least 6 or 7 of them, you don't have enough positions on your council to fill that, which can cause some issues. But yeah, we will put this guy in power, the Earl of Hertford, and he's amazing anyway. So yeah, definitely. How has that affected our knight pool as well? We can only have 6 still, really? I would have assumed that would have gone up, but I guess not. I guess we need to get some more technology. But we can recruit some decent men, so I'm happy with that. The war is going to be lost momentarily. As I said, I want to get my men out of there. We need to get to friendly territory, and we need to give up some territory as well. We have Oxford, but I might make a new count here. So let's see if we have anyone of great value who will be of amazing use to us. I guess more military men. We'll go and give them land. So it's a really effective way. You can just basically open up this screen, grant to, and we'll give him the land of Oxford. He has a high military skill, so he'll be able to give us more men, which will obviously only help us in the future. We have to give away 1 more settlement. We're slightly over our domain limit here, which shouldn't be too bad. So where do we want to give up? Where's giving us the least amount of men? I mean, Berkshire is only a free settlement province, so a free kind of county province. And yeah, Lewis and Kent and stuff are obviously very valuable. Kent has the cathedral. Yeah, we have the Canterbury Cathedral down here, which again gives amazing bonuses, gives our realm huge bonuses to renown and piety and stuff. So we want to obviously keep that. So yeah, let's go ahead and give up probably Berkshire, and we'll give up Reading as well. So let's grant to. We got someone who's gonna make us a lot of money. You can obviously get as well. We don't have any family members, right? So if we go over to our dynasty, as I said, dynasties are a very, very important part of this game. We are now the head of the dynasty, so we get control over upgrading it when we gain more renowned. And yeah, there are only 2 living members. There's the Queen of Mercia, that's why we have an alliance with Mercia, and myself. So we really need to start pumping out children. Renowned you can see up here, and you gain this renowned over time. Basically, the more members of your dynasty being in power of certain things gives you more of this, and then you can spend that resource on permanent bonuses through your dynasty, and this will apply to everyone in the dynasty itself. So if I was to go down the military tree, all my family members would gain a bonus to their prowess, or for example, they'd gain better opinion with people. It's a nice way of like upgrading your dynasty and just making it better and better. So anyway, let's give away Berkshire. As I said, I was going to give it away to a family member, but I don't have any right now. So let's just give it away to someone who does have decent stewardship. Maybe with a bit more money, because again, I'm not really expecting too many levies from that territory. I might as well move my capital to Winchester, because it's much better. Because we're at war, we can't. As you can see, Winchester is a 5 settlement province, so it's going to give us a ton. So basically, just going to get our men to friendly territory, disband them, let this war end. Ragnar Lothbrok has won, and we will move on. So as I inspect the stables, so these are the events. You can kind of tell what the events are from by up here in the top left. We get an event basically because of our way of life, our studying right now. And we have found a horse. It's a well-arched creature. A creature we can hopefully breed to be amazing. So I will not back away from the challenge. I want a sturdy warhorse, just like Alexander, just like, all the great commanders in history. So we have a choice. We're going to try and tame the beast. Okay, so this will work off my prowess. What actually is my prowess? 18. That's pretty high. Diplomacy. I mean, I'm Alfred the Great, for God's sake. I'm pretty good. We'll go off diplomacy. We'll try and reason with the beast. Nice, boom, just like that. We gained the warhorse. We passed the test. And it's submitted to me. So we gain a warhorse, and we also gain a martial perk, which is pretty nice. So just by completing some of these events, getting good outcomes, we go down this route. Nice. We'll definitely go down and never back down, because it gives us advantage. That helps us out whenever we're commanding battles. The higher advantage, basically, the more likely you are to roll decent stuff. And we obviously need a nice, inspiring name. And I think we can only go with the one and only Bucephalus, Alexander the Great for sure. We have our horse, Bucephalus. I can't even pronounce it. But either way, it's going to be our mighty steed, and we'll ride it into battle, into honor and glory. So I'm going to disband my army now. This war is lost. There's nothing we can really do against them. I mean, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe we can. No, I mean, yeah, there's no way we'll be able to win that. Mercia do have 1,200 men up there in the north. Maybe they could come down. But I kind of just want this war to end. And then we can kind of reset. We can prepare ourselves. And obviously we're going to move our capital immediately to Winchester, the true seat, and we will go from there. So this should hopefully give us some more money from Winchester, give us some more money. I mean, we're already making 10 gold now. We don't have our army raised as well. Mainly from my domain, having 7 settlements all pay just direct money to me is pretty valuable. But we're going to need some time. We're going to need some time to replenish these levies. You can see I can generally have up to 3,600 men, but it's going to take a while for my levy to replenish. Which is absolutely fine. We can also create men at arms, which are basically like a standing private, more elite army. Again, this really does help to improve your elite quality. As you get more levies, your quality is going to drain and drain and drain. So you want to try and off-balance that by recruiting these levies. And these guys do provide you with some really good bonuses throughout. And you can basically rise them up to be pretty large. I believe in my one of my other campaigns I'm playing by myself, I have these guys up to providing me like something like 6,000 men. They cost a lot of money to have, but still a lot indeed. Nice. Some more holding taxes by this guy, which is great. Really, really good. So ideally what we're going to want to do is probably press another claim over on Cornwall, so we can basically get these 2 territories in our command fairly quickly. We're going to have obviously some downtime with the Vikings. We just made a treaty with them. Even though it doesn't say we have a treaty, normally it tells you right here who you have the treaties with. It doesn't say that, but it's fine. Hopefully they won't declare war on us immediately. We're going to need to build a bit of a war chest, and we're going to need to raise up some more men. And I'm desperately going to need to have some children. So hopefully my queen goes ahead and provides me with a son or 2, so we can really start to progress that part of the game. Because yeah, obviously if we die now, things are not going to look too good. We have a powerful vassal who wants so the Count of Oxfordshire wants a part on the council, and he has really good marshal. But unfortunately, our current marshal is absolutely amazing, so we will keep that under our control. And also, I'll go on to domestic affairs as well, because that would just basically make all my internal vassals slowly like me a little bit more, which is just very, very useful indeed. Oh, also as well, we need to assign this again. And I probably will go on to maintain this just so we can gain a bit more money. Yeah, maintain domain. That actually does not boost up our holding, but that's absolutely fine. So, Professor wants to be trained. Okay, well, he must be stronger. We will improve his strength, and hopefully he will come back to me even more powerful. That's money well spent. No effect immediately, but hopefully an effect at some point. So I think it is time to go to war with the Duke. We'll obviously just take this claim for now. He only has 900 men. We have 1,500. We should be fine. We can also probably... No, we can't call in. Who's his allies as well? Okay, just a count. So the Count of Osmond will join him. And I really like this as well, how you can kind of see who's going to get brought into the war pretty immediately. Okay, here is 900 men. Let's do that. Let's raise all our men. So our men will all muster at the your rally point, which is right here. You can set these rally points wherever you want to. And let's just move on to start the siege of Devon as quickly as possible. Because as I said, we desperately want to just try and take as much land as possible before the Vikings come back and attack us. Because, yeah, as you can see, 6,000 men almost. That's extremely scary. A lot of their alliances are very scary. We need to have children as quickly as possible so we can start getting some alliances. Maybe, try and get France or Lothringia or someone out there on my side. Someone who maybe is not going to get brought into a bunch of wars. You can already see as well revolts happening over in Italy. Defense against the Duke of Spoleto. They're also fighting the Duke of Tuscany. What are they fighting for? Claims on the Kingdom of Italy and an independence war. So Spoleto is going for independence, and the Duke of Tuscany is going for the Kingdom of Italy as well. So absolute mess. East Francia has erupted into civil war as well. Bavaria is going to rise up, it would seem. They're also fighting against some of the heathens to the east as well. And the Byzantines are in war again as well. I mean, generally I've seen empires stay together quite nicely, so I don't think that's too much we have to worry about. So one of the nice things in Crusader Kings 3 is that you don't actually have to have control over every bit of territory in the county to take it. Basically, as long as you take all the castles, you go ahead and gain control over it. Oh, did his father die? No, his father didn't die, but we basically imprisoned both his sons. Where is he? Oh, he's fighting loads of wars. We chose the perfect time to attack. Boom, so we'll just enforce our demands just like that. We got all his children hostage, so basically we had 100% war score. And because he's got like such a small territory as well, it basically counted as... who am I? Am I at war with these guys? Conquest. Oh, I'm getting attacked. I basically inherited this war. So who am I at war with? Just this guy. I mean, he only has 400 men, so I'd like to see him try. I guess we'll go smash his army whilst we're here. Oh no, he's actually fleeing. Okay, that's fine. And boats are so much... Okay, he's going to my capital. Let's go back and smash him. And we should be able to enforce peace into the realm. So nothing too bad. But yeah, as I was saying, the really nice thing about Crusader Kings 3 is that you only have to take the castles in a province to control the entire province. They're kind of like, you know, like they were at an actual castle. So it's very, very nice to just kind of move in and not have to worry about everything. So this is how battles work in the game. You basically have a role, kind of like any other Paradox game, where, you know, every kind of phase of the battle you roll a dice, and that gives you an advantage. You also have your commander's advantage skill. We boosted that earlier with our prowess chivalry way of life tree. But as you can see, we've got 38 advantage. He's only got 18, so we're a much better commander. And we also diminish his defensive terrain. So the plains, luckily we're fighting on plains, but if we were fighting in woods or something, his advantage would be a lot less effective. So that's nice, and obviously we outnumber him, so our advantage down here is just, you know, massive. And that gives us a huge bonus to our fighting capability. So annoyingly, we are going to still be in this war. We could probably just sue for white peace, and he would accept it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't really care too much about this, so I will just sue for peace, get that done with, and then disband our army. So again, we can just continue to raise our levies and prepare ourselves for a war. So that was a very, very fast war. We also picked up Exeter as well. I'm probably going to end up making a Duke of Cornwall, so I'll wait a little bit. Someone wants to ride Bucephalus. Finally got it. Yeah, 9th time the charm. So we can tell he can enjoy himself, or I could tell him to go to hell. It's my horse. It's my legendary horse. I ride into battle. There is no way, my friend, that you get to ride it. Also gives us some nice prestige as well. Yeah. And we're making some good money. I might think about maybe creating a men-at-arms regiment just to give us an extra couple men. Because right now, when we can only have 4,000 men is actually quite a lot. But definitely looking to raise that would be nice. And again, I'm waiting for my wife to be pregnant. I really, really am. King of Mercia, are we still allied? We should be, right? We're not allied. Okay. We probably should be, right? We probably should be, because the stronger he is, the better it is for me. So someone of my family, yeah. So, oh, twins as well. That'd be nice. Nice, Huzzah, my wife is pregnant. That is amazing. That's exactly what we need. Breed me a boy. Breed me a strong boy who can lead us to victory. So yeah, this is one of the reasons I love going down the Gallant tree, is because this ability right here, Kingsguard, gives you +4 knights, which is absolutely amazing. Really like that. So now our military, we can have up to 10, and you can see, again, it just boosts up that quality. It allows us to fight much more heavily in battle. We do have some poor knights, but also some very good ones. 15 gold for sure. Welcome to the company, my friend. So, now that we've kind of got the realm under our control, we're waiting for our truce with... Ooh, new person here as well. We can just conquer this, right? We could holy war for it, but we are... Yeah, we're about to fabricate a claim, so perfect. The previous Duke of Devon lost Cornwall to the Vikings, so I can just take that back. Absolutely amazing. Love it. No need to worry about a silly thing called a truce. God. But yeah, so now we have kind of got the realm under our control. Oh, no! God damn it. It's unfortunate she lost the baby. That's really upsetting. So sweaty, tired, and needing a food. A long day of training with the troops has come to an end. I love to see it, Alfred. You are mighty. You are soon to be great. So what should we do? Let us venture inside. Oh, so it's kind of like a dwelling. Sure, maybe we'll find like a legendary sword or something. Would be kind of cool. Search the unknown, so we can gain just gain a decent amount of money. Because we've got a really high stewardship, we'll just gain 135 gold. Or we can move in and we'll get face our fears. So we're getting a bit of prowess and less stress gain, but we'll immediately gain stress as well. I think honestly, yeah, because we might also get another bonus. If we face our fears, we'll gain stress, so we'll immediately... Oh no, we won't even gain stress, or do we just gain it for having this? No. So basically, stress is this ability over here. Depending on what your character's like what his traits are like, you'll gain stress for doing certain actions. So if you're very generous and then all of a sudden you choose a decision that isn't generous, like you're very greedy, like you want all the money for yourself, you'll gain stress. And as this stress bar goes up, you'll receive certain negatives, and you'll basically have to try and manage this. You can reduce it by holding feasts, going on hunts, kind of the usual stuff. But basically, this is like kind of like a bar where if you play against what your character's like, then you're going to have to suffer some negatives and some debuffs, and eventually it can end up killing you as well, because you're just so stressed out you have a mental breakdown, and people definitely dislike you a lot if you go into into hiding or whatever. So it's something you definitely have to manage. Yeah, sure, let's face our fears. So we gain face our fears. Nothing else happened. I was kind of hoping we would find something else in the dark, but I guess not. That's unfortunate. I'm so sad our wife, unfortunately, lost that baby. That sucks a lot. So I guess as soon as this claim's going, we're going to go straight back to war and claim that. We also have a decent amount of money, so let's maybe start upgrading Hampshire as well, our main holding. So I love always picking up walls and towers because it gives you a higher fort garrison and also a higher fort level, so it takes longer to siege your capital. And I've noticed the AI generally does go after your capital very often, so we can go ahead and just spend 150 gold to upgrade that. We're making bank already. And this is mainly because of our amazing, our stewardship. Having 20 stewardship, or however much we have, 25 stewardship because of our wife helping us, is absolutely amazing. So nice, we have got the claim over here, and I guess we'll just go to war straight away for it. You need 700 men. Our claims, does he have any allies? There's no allies. Cost us 150 prestige for this, but we can quite do that. Oh no! Perseverus is sick! Of course he will spend the money, and we'll go to war as well. It's nice as well that our army, because we haven't got any men-at-arms, our army is pretty much not going to bankrupt us as soon as we go to war. If we had men-at-arms regiments, we would immediately start losing money, but it's quite nice being able to do this and not have to worry too much. Supply is also a pretty big thing as well, especially when you're going through undeveloped lands. Whenever you go through undeveloped lands which can't handle how many men you have on the land, you do start to reduce supply. You can see the supply right here. As it goes down, you do end up suffering some big debuffs to your army, so you can fight at 50% supplies, but you do get a debuff in combat. So, splitting up your army and micromanaging is actually pretty important. So what do we have? The rise of the Scots. So we've got a new kind of culture arising in the north. The Kingdom of Albia has been formed. And yeah, we'll have to worry about that. Is that enemy? That is. We're going to probably siege this way before. But what I can probably do is just leave a besieging force and take... Are they all my elite men? They are my elite men. Why would I ever leave? Yeah, they're all my knights. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to reorganize this. And basically I want all my knights... Yeah, I want all my knights. It'd be nice if I could just select like all knights, because it's going to send me to the top every single time. Obviously, I want all my knights over to his right-hand side. And I guess I can probably send some more levies over there as well. So boom. So we've both got two very good elite armies. So we'll send over our main stack over... No, this is our main stack. And we'll leave an army just sieging them still as well. So we can gain some war score that way. And our main force can move over it and engage them. I will command this army as well. But great, there we go. The first time a vassal's hailed me with a long-living Alfred the Great. I would be deeply honoured. I thought nothing more of it, but since the day has come, it has grown in popularity, and I am now known. Am I now known as Alfred the Great? I am indeed Alfred the Great. We have a new title. So let's move in here, smash this army. We should hopefully catch them before they get. So a lot of the time, the AI generally tries to go over here. Oh, and this guy with fighting has become berserk as well. And it's one of my knights has been maimed by their berserk warrior in combat. Yeah, and this can be brutal. You can lose a lot of your council members in the battles. Oh, nice. We captured him. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just enforce our demands. Nice. Some pretty easy wars, honestly. This has generally been some of the easiest stuff I've ever had to do, which is nice. Generally, this campaign is a lot harder. It says it's a hard campaign to start, but I've been pretty well off so far. So do we have any powerful people you want to kind of bring in and give command of certain territory? Anyone with like good stats which we can kind of maybe steal? Yeah, sure. I mean, you can be the count. So we'll grant a title over to him, and you can have the count of Cornwall. You obviously want to have a Devon as well, because you're just a count right now. Obviously, we can then form the Duchy of Cornwall, which we're going to do at some point. But for now, it's absolutely fine. Until we have to, I like to kind of keep hold of as many titles as possible until we're forced to doing it. So we desperately need a child still. We're 23, so we're still young. We've still got a long life ahead of us, but we need to, yeah, we need a child. We've obviously taken the south, which is good. That's going to help boost our manpower up. We're actually pretty strong. Oh, and look at that. Peasant revolt, and they're defending against some of the Welsh as well. The Welsh are ripping them apart. For, who are they at war with? What are they at war with for? The county of Leinster. Oh wait, are these guys defending? Oh, they're defending against them. I'm confused. Who's, well, either way, you go, Welsh. I always like seeing a powerful isles because it means once we conquer them, they'll be pretty upgraded already. You want to take a look at the rest of the world as well? Nothing too crazy. A lot of the factions have kind of dealt with their rebellions besides Italy. Italy's always a mess, though. And we also have some fighting in Asturia as well. And I mean, look at that beast of a man as well. King Alfonso III. He's brave, he's wrathful, he's greedy, he's a skilled tactician. He's a mountain of a man. His wife is in prison. But yeah, he's a bit of a beast. He really is. How's France looking as well? King Charles II, the bold, I should say. He's a scholar. He's deceitful, impatient, and stubborn. So not the best, but he has amazing learning. So learning is a very important skill and something you definitely want to focus on because you have a culture. So I am currently the culture head, which is actually really nice. And this is basically technology in the game. But it's technology for your entire culture group. So everyone in the Anglo-Saxon culture will be gaining access to all the technology we have. Everyone in the French technology group will have their own. The Franconian will have their own tech. So obviously it pays to be part of good tech groups. The Greeks, again, will have their own kind of advantages and bonuses. So as I said, it's very important to kind of, have a strong culture because it gives you some great bonuses to tech. And as you can see, we already have onagers unlocked, so we can recruit them as a men-at-arms, which is nice. We actually have a lot of the tribal tech already done. We have quality armors, which will give us armored footmen for men-at-arms. We have currency, giving us a nice little boost to development. Better economic buildings. We're currently researching this. What does this do? Can build fortified tribal holds and limited crown authority. I would like limited crown authority, so we'll stay our focus on this. Basically, what the focus does is it gives you a massive bonus to it, and the focus percentage is off generally your leaders or the leader of your culture, which is me at the moment, is your learning. Because we have okay learning, we're currently getting a 58% boost to this skill. So it's a nice little kind of bump up for sure. You can see if you take a look at something that isn't our focus, we're only getting 5% chance of gaining this every single month. So it's going to take us 400 years, whereas something we focus is going to be done in 15 years. So you can quite easily see, like, when you do focus something, you can get it done quite nicely. And yeah, you can see at battle. We also get another perk as well. I guess we'll go down the courtship route. Do any of these give me more fertility? It means our spouse likes us a bit more. We might honestly, at some point, if we hit like 30, we might honestly have to go down the diplomacy route and go family focused and just try and get as many children as possible pumped up, because, I don't want this campaign ending. Obviously, if we end up playing as our sister, she will, all her children will be of someone else's dynasty, so it will just basically be game over, and that would be an awful way to finish. But saying that our wife is pregnant, hopefully she doesn't lose this one, because that was a sad time in the kingdom for sure. So I think we want to keep on basically developing our kingdom and basically just developing the core settlements that we have. I think ideally I probably want to try and keep hold of like this territory right here, keep hold of like Dover, Lewis, and Chesty, as well as Winchester, and maybe the Isle of Wight as well. I mean, there's some crazy stuff that goes on in the Isle of Wight, so I want to be a little bit careful. But I definitely don't think it's a bad idea. To try and focus on that. Is there anything else we need to do? No. So yeah, it's basically just have more dynasty members. We need a new steward as well. And nice, we're currently boosting up our renown as well. So these are stuff that affects every single character. Basically, there are several stages to your prestige, several stages to your piety, and you can see your level. Oh my god, that was quick. Was that 9 months already? My god. What do we have? We have a boy? Our daughter. I mean, that's not bad. The daughter's fine. Crusader Kings free. There's not really, like, I think it's male preferred. So if we ever have a son, he will overwrite the claim. And she does provide, having a female heir isn't great because it does give some political instability. But it's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, though, she didn't gain any of my traits. She didn't gain intelligence, which sucks. So hopefully we can have a male heir, and we can give him genius. That'd be amazing. So we'll just took a nice Anglo-Saxon name. Sure. I'm really excited. Helga. Helga seems a bit Viking, but we'll keep it nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, at least we have an heir. At least our dynasty is secure, and we can, you know, if we do have a son, we can then marry her off as well to someone else. So we have a few council members who would very much like command. And to be fair, my other choices for it aren't that high. No one really has amazing stewardships. So sure, the Earl of Wiltshire can be my steward, so I'm fine with that. He can also promote our culture, so we can start converting the culture of Exeter. So we'll do that immediately, get that under our control. And he likes us as well a bunch more now, which will hopefully give us more men, give us more money, and just allow us to progress a little bit stronger like that. Hello? Are you raiding me, or are you just... The Earl's army just chilling in Winchester on a nice little visit, I guess. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So we have 4,000 men. We're looking pretty strong. We just need to have some children so we can form some alliances. Obviously, Mercia as well. Mercia, oh wow, what happened, Mercia? That's not good. I mean, maybe it's time for us to take over Mercia and try and take them down. But I like having Mercia as an alliance early on. Yeah, as I said, we just basically need more children we can form some alliances with. Is there anyone we can matrilineally marry to that would give us a strong alliance? Venice. We have what? No, I'm really that use. Britannia might not be a bad idea either. Oh, sorry, Brittany, sorry. Because getting Brittany on our side is pretty useful. A question of loyalty, my wife is with child, and I should be overjoyed. However, she has been acting strange, and I cannot shake... Was she pregnant again? Huzzah! Yes, let's do it. Yeah, I'll trust my wife, sure. I must be the father, surely. Yeah, of course I am the father. But why would I ever question? However, in Crusader Kings 3, there is a lot of adultery going on, and it's, yeah, not always great. So we need to kind of boost our piety, because I want to declare some holy wars for sure. I want to declare some holy wars as much as I can, because you can declare holy wars for entire duchies and kingdoms. But again, obviously, there's a lot of men here. There's a lot of alliances, and we only have 4,000 men. 4,000 elite men, but only 4,000 men. Perfect. This will be really useful as well, because it will basically just mean I can marry off my daughters very effectively with these bonuses, giving me marriage bonuses. You know, I'm very charming, so I can convince people to marry off. And yeah, ideally we'll be looking to maybe marry into West France, because they only have 2,000 men, but they can have a lot more. They're in so many wars. Oh, they're fighting the Umayyads as well. That is not good. That is not good at all. We've already had Charlemagne, right? Well, has Charlemagne been or not? I'm not too sure yet. Is this Charlemagne? No. I guess Charlemagne hasn't been? Yeah, at this point. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have been, right? I can never quite remember. But either way, they're not doing too good. Bucephalus, we were training her again. Sure, he'll need to work on his endurance. Of course, Bucephalus. And time well spent. Perfect. Perfect. The only thing important down here to worry, we can create the Duchy of Cornwall. Another daughter. Again, she didn't gain the bonus either. But still, it's lots of daughters to marry off, form alliances, so I'm fine. A nice little Anglo-Saxon name as well. Obviously, I would prefer a son, but it's fine. Do I get debuffs for having a female heir? No, I don't. It's fine. We're still young, 26 and 26. There's still plenty of time to produce me a powerful son. We can educate her as well, because she will probably end up being my heir unless I have a son. So I will go ahead and become her... Well, heresy, that's not good. I will become her guardian as well, so I will teach her the ways of ruling until I have a son. And who are you? The Duchy of... Is that anyone I need to worry about? No. So yeah, you be all the heretics you need over in Venice. Oh, and Italy has rebuilt as well. Perfect. Byzantine starting their conquest of the Balkans. Like to see it. Like to see it indeed. But yeah, I'm pretty worried about the Umayyads. Oh, they won their war? Oh yeah, the Umayyads must have won their war and probably taken some of this northern territory here. Yeah, probably pushing on like Barcelona and stuff. It's going to be a scary fet. The Umayyads can form some very strong men, and I've seen like very, very powerful lords down here in the south as well. Like the Abbasids, I've seen have over 40,000 men at some point in the campaign. It gets pretty goddamn scary. But we have a lot of money, so let's do some investing. Let's go ahead and improve some of our holdings. So we'll continue to improve the holding of our capital, obviously. Let's go ahead and grab up a barracks, maybe. Yeah, let's get a barracks, because that does give us heavy infantry a little bit stronger. It will be very nice. He wants to ride Bucephalus. And you're not so you already like me, so I'll take the prestige for sure. No one rides my horse but me in the kingdom. Okay. We also probably want to maybe upgrade Warham as well. What's the capital? Yeah, so it's this, right? So the duchy, question of loyalty. Is she pregnant again? Oh my god. Yeah, we'll trust her. As long as she provides me a boy, I'll trust her. Yeah, so the county of, so what's the Petty Kingdom of Wessex, and then we also have, what's the duchy? Oh, so we don't actually have, yeah, so it's just the Petty Kingdom. So every kind of duchy title, which Petty Kingdom is basically a duchy title, it's just a little bit Anglo-Saxon weirdness. You do end up gaining so in the main capital of the duchy, you gain this extra slot right here, where once you unlock the appropriate technology, you can get some huge bonuses to the realm or just to the kingdom, which is kind of nice. So that's obviously focusing this up is pretty good. But I guess we will just upgrade Dorset, is obviously the Petty Kingdom. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves some walled towers, and then maybe let's improve the town down here as well. Already the vassal is already improving the town, but we also want to probably spend a little bit of money to make some money, because obviously he pays me directly. Let's go ahead and get a trade post up and running there as well. Best way to spend our money. And I might raise my first men at arms as well. Armored footmen are amazing, but they generally find themselves being countered by bowmen, I believe. I can't remember if it's bowmen or pikemen. Oh, and we're at war. Okay, only 6,000 men. This will be a good war, but a hard one. So let's raise some cavalry right away. So as you can see, they have some bonuses on plans and dry lands. They have some pretty good damage compared to levies. If you take a look at levies, 10-10, whereas like just a unit of light cavalry, a million times better. There's going to be a lot less of them, but great. So to have them raised is going to cost us gold, and to have them unraised is going to cost us as passive income. 115 gold to raise them, and we'll start with 5 soldiers, which can be reinforced to 100. So they'll generally go up. And then what you can do is you can, when you get more technology, increase the size as well. So who are we at war with now? Who actually declared war on us? Just the Jarl, and he hasn't brought in any allies right now. Okay, we could form an alliance with Mercia really quickly, and he's 300 men. Probably not a good idea. Could go maybe betroth our daughter off into the Welsh. Let's do that. Let's try and arrange a marriage. We've got our daughters, so we don't obviously want our heir. Our second daughter. Do you be okay with this? And marry off into the, yeah, we'll marry off our 1-year-old daughter to the, or betroth at least. You'd even accept matrilineally as well. Wow. That'd be really good. Obviously, he's not going to be the heir. He's just a son, but sure, let's do that. He really wants it as well, just because of the alliance. I guess it does secure his stranglehold there. So yeah, let's do that. Perfect. So we'll let that fire. Again, we're still waiting for our men to reinforce anyway, slowly, so it's fine. Marriage done, and then obviously what we can do is we can we can call him to war, and he will accept. Perfect. Nice. So now he's part of our war. Perfect. So let's raise the men. Our men obviously will raise at Dorset, which is very useful. And one of the really nice things is about is he going to come for Hampshire, I wonder, on boats maybe. One of the really nice things is it doesn't matter where your men are around the world. If you raise all the levies, they will come from, like, you know, Algeria, Sicily, the Byzantines. If you have territory there, the men from them territory will basically just come to your rally point. But it will just take them a long time to get there, so you'll be raising levies for like half a year, for example. So it's nice. It's a nice way where you have to really micromanage too much. So what is your war even for, my friend? The Earldom of Dorset. Okay, so that probably means you're going to come down and try and take Dorset, I would assume, on boats. Right, until I see your 5,000 men, I'm going to probably assume you are coming down. Trouble brewing. She gained Rowdy, which is actually really good. Rowdy's a great military trait. It means she's more likely to gain more military traits. So, you know, It's not bad whatsoever. She can be a warrior queen. We need a new spy master as well. Wow, we got so many good militaries. Sure, here's 19. That's gonna be good. And still another daughter. 3 daughters, and none of them got my my trait either. Oh well, lots of marriages, I guess. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. I haven't seen his army once, but I feel like, and he hasn't got any more allies either. And his men quality is pretty good. Yeah, his quality of men are really good. Obviously, it's just me being a very good master tactician is pretty useful. We'll take our next loyalty. So loyalty and respect means that our spouse is more effective. That's kind of good. Our spouse will be more effective right here. Hopefully she's giving us 11 stewardship now. It's pretty juicy. I guess we're going to head north. I guess we'll head north and start sieging. I don't really know where his army is. He is just at war with me as well, so I guess we will move north. We are going to be losing supplies. We've got a fairly large army. We need to try our best to avoid attrition anywhere as well that we can. Just obviously keeping an eye on the coast. And we'll probably just take up fortifications. We are going to be, suffering attrition as we move in here. So let's split the army up, because what's the, you can only have 2,700 men. So let's split the army in half. We will select the other half. And I guess we'll go siege the capital. We'll take attrition there? Why? Moving here will result. Is it like swampland or something? I wonder why we take attrition there. Take attrition there. This entire region. I don't want to spread my men too far out, and I don't really want to lose men because every man does count. I guess we're going to lose men here as well, just everywhere. The north is a dangerous land. Okay, I guess we might as well just go for its capital then. I'm just keeping an eye out where his men would be. So at least this way we're no longer losing supplies, which is good. We're well supplied, which is fine. I can't see anywhere where his men could be. I mean, that's fine for me. He's not at war with anyone else as well, so where are his 5,800 men? Yeah, I mean, we've already sieged the north. I mean, I'll take this. I've never seen the Vikings, he's not at war with anyone else, so one would only assume he'd be coming for me, but can't see his men. He's not sieging out the Welsh. I just have no idea where his men are. Generally, the AI does love to get on boats and just go towards your capital. But nothing so far, so we're just easy war. Wow, this has been very, very convenient for us so far. I'm not going to lie. We have definitely cleared out the enemy. I mean, again, we're not going to gain much from winning this war. If we enforce demands, we just gain some prestige and a bit of money. Really nothing too great. I'd love the ability to add a war goal, like in Stellaris. Honestly, like if someone declares war on you, then you should be able to at least do some other stuff. Nice, we became dedicated to the faith, so our faith went up. And this is good because this is a tab I haven't looked at yet because it's not really been that important. But you can like if you have high enough piety and stuff, you can found holy orders, which can be very useful. You can spend it on doing other stuff as well, which again is very effective. I mean, we're literally going to win this war. Where the hell is 5,800 men? He has so many men. Where are they all? I'm not complaining because I don't want to have to fight him because there's a very good chance we would have lost this war. I'm just, I'm very surprised. Perfect. War's won. I'll take it. Boom, boom, boom. We gain some more prestige. Keep our land safe. We can't obviously disband him for any territory. That's fine. And our glory goes up. Yeah. We got a truce with him now as well for a handful of years. So we could do some serious work in that time. With the power of the Welsh on our side as well. That'd be great. Drawn to the flame. There is something particular about my vassal. Is there? Am I falling in love with her? I don't think I want to start a romantic scheme with a 47-year-old. I mean, she hasn't provided any sons either, so I think I'm fine. I think I'll refrain from this. Okay. I don't think I need to get involved with her. I don't think. Let's just spam the men now. Again, help our economy a little bit. And now we can start focusing on maybe rising up our light cavalry roster. Yeah, sure. We'll increase it to 200 men. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but we have the income to blow, which is fine. Obviously, we want to keep on upgrading our settlements as well. Gain living health. Medium health boost. Good. Now, give me a son, please. So because of our victory, let's hold a feast. Yeah, a glorious feast. We came home from victory. Nice. The barracks is finished. The culture has been converted in Exeter, and we're now there. Anglo-Saxon. Let's hold a feast. Why not? It'll reduce our stress. We don't have any, which is fine. But it'll be good. It'll cost obviously a decent amount of money. We now get Peacemaker as well, so we can actually enforce peace a little bit more effectively. So if we're ever in a war that's not going to be going our way, we can quite quickly enforce that in our side. And let's also get our Steward immediately to start converting Cornwall as well. The sooner you do that, the better. And let's also do foreign affairs now. I think everyone's pretty content in our kingdom. Let's also train commanders with our marshal. Our levy is basically fully stacked. So if you go train commander, we're more likely to get better knights. And he has a very, very high martial skill. Obviously, also securing power in certain regions is great because it reduces the likelihood of peasant uprising, and they give you more tax as well. You can see the control is kind of low, so they're giving us less levies and stuff. But hopefully the lords will be able to keep that under control, and it's not something we have to worry about. So let's hold this feast really quickly. Cheerful gathering. And again, generally these feasts are like used to basically reduce your stress and create some good friends and stuff, but nothing too crazy. And just like that, we gain a friend with one of our powerful vassals. It's really effective. Obviously, as well, you can get events that make it so that you become enemies with these guys if you choose the decision. Oh my god, me and this guy are hitting it off. We're becoming best of friends. I'll take it. The Earl of Reading is going to be my boy for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty good so far. I'm happy with how this first part of the Let's Play has gone. Realistically, we've conquered the south. We've repelled the first Viking invasion. They have 6,000 men still, but we have 4,000, which is nice. Realistically, we need to gain... Realistically, we need to either start killing Mercia, which we could do. We could put... I could put my... That's not a bad idea, honestly. What I could do... I might do that. Let me know what you guys think. Is she pregnant again? Provide me a son. This is the last time I'm going to assume I'm the father. If you don't produce me a son, it has to be someone else. Because I am Alfred the Great. A son is just rightfully mine. God, Professor Persepolis is ill again. God damn. Yeah, so that might be a really good idea. Try and put our wife on the throne of Mercia so that when she dies, my son or my heir will take control of Mercia. Let's do that. I think that's going to be our goal. For sure, is put our wife on the seat of Mercia. We'll do that next episode. So for now, we're going to go ahead and hold it there. It was kind of a slow episode. I was trying to explain a lot. Hopefully you guys didn't get too confused. Hopefully I did a good job of at least teaching you guys how the game kind of works. And overall opinions as well. As I said, I've played about 40 hours of CK3 so far, and I'm having a blast. There are definitely areas where the game could be a lot more in depth and could have more content in, but it's nowhere near the level, say, Imperator Rome was. I think the game is an amazing starting point for the future, and I can't wait for them just to add more. Like, some of the things that definitely are lacking are like custom technologies for different cultures, and obviously there are some custom cultures. There's like 5 for each era you go through, or at least there's some for each like culture group. But still, like, more like diversification there, more diversification in like religions, more events. Maybe more like different legacies for different cultures and stuff. Stuff like that could be very much improved on and will be improved on. It's Paradox, that's what they do. But overall, I think it is a great starting point. This is what the world looks like at the end of our first hour of playthrough, our first 12 years. And soon, hopefully, we can conquer more territory. I think next episode, we put our queen on the throne of Mercia, and then maybe try and take on some of the Isles, maybe try and push back some of this territory and start getting the Vikings out of England. That's the goal #1 for sure. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.